Episode 6 of season 13 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is Martell. Be sure to subscribe. I'm not gonna lie, Yandy kinda shocked me with cheating on Mendici, but we have to get into the whole entire episode. So we're gonna start off with Erica Banks. She had a great episode. I will say Erica Banks had a very great episode. It gave very much reality TV. Now she's a part of the rainbow community, and her parents, mainly her father, is not too big on it because she grew up in church basically. She shares it with her friends Jessica. Why is Jessica on the show? Y'all know I do not like her. Jasmine, and is that London on the track, baby mama? Bitter. Anyways, moving on. Besides Spice, musically on the show, the hip hop of Love and Hip Hop, Erica Banks is always booked with a show. That is something I do like about her being a cast member. But she goes to her family's home, and why the hell is Jessica there? Was she there to be a supportive friend? Because be supportive and be quiet. You're basically kind of sort of almost putting my business out about marriage because you know my girlfriend Dro wants to marry me one day. Like, you can't just be asking my people's questions, but you're also hinting at them like, yo, this is what's going on. This is why I don't like her. Skipping along in the episode because we will stay on Erica Banks until we get into everything at the church. Now, this is my thing. Do people not know how to speak proper? Like, I do reviews. I get a little pass. But Dro, which is Erica Banks' girlfriend, she'd go to Erica Banks and like, let me holler at you real quick. First off, I'm born and raised South Carolina. I live in New York now. We know how to speak proper. We have manners. Like, yay, and how does she identify herself? Stud daddy. I'ma say you still know how to speak proper, girl. Like, don't be saying that to somebody daddy like that. You want their hand in marriage. And Erica, why you wore that to them people church? I know that's your uncle church, but girl, put some clothes on in the house of the Lord. But Erica Banks' father approved of the hand in marriage and everything. So shout out to them for expanding inside of the rainbow community. Now let's get down to business. Yandy business is exposed. Yandy business is exposed by her former male bestie, assistant, nanny, whatever we want to call him, for cheating on Mendici. She asked Mendici how he feels, and he said it feels like it's a lot to take in. They always going tick for tack for one another, and it's time to just grow up. We gonna be together or not. I don't know if it's me, but tonight's episode, once he said that, it's like a switch went off in Yandy. She was like, "Stop blocking me. Stop taking off your ring." I'm like, "Oh, there go that Harlem. There go that Harlem in her." She got a little toot in her voice and everything. Now Yandy produces her so messy. I love productions on every single reality show. They asked Yandy, "Did you cheat on Mendici?" She emotionally cheated on Mendici. Girl, you cheated. If you was waking up smiling to another man's text, you're cheating. You're cheating. Bitch, you're cheating. Like, if another nigga make you smile, then it's time to file. You need to get a divorce at this point. But to get more into the drama of this whole Mendici, Yandy, and everybody else drama, Little Zane is having a listening party. What I must say, that boy looked like both of his parents. And they also recapped it earlier in Little Zane and Ashley season, how Ashley and Little Zane's mother wasn't getting along and everything. It is a time and place for everything, Ashley, and I must say, leave that man and his family alone. But jumping more into Little Zane party, because at Little Zane's party, Scrappy and Jock messy asses shared with the Frosters that Mendici said his dick always in their mouth and it wouldn't be hard to pull and fuck Rashida. Alright, they didn't say it like that, but basically that's what Mendici said. They share that with the Frosters. But then Mendici and Yandy get to the party. Mendici called them weirdos. Told Yandy, stay on your P's and Q's. Yandy said in her confessionals that somebody, a friend of hers in New York, told her to be careful from the Frosters. Now, I don't know why I thought it was Paris. If you don't know who Paris is, that's K Michelle, old best friend that they quote unquote said stole from her and everything else. She, can I say this without being disrespectful? She's the heavy set one that was on. If you don't know who Paris is, just Google her. I like Paris though. I like her. She's best friends with Zell Swag. I hope they still best friends. Now, my whole thing with the whole Smiths and Frosters situation, then the Frosters started this whole entire thing when they went on interviews and stuff, because that's what Medici also said tonight in the episode. Now, what I can say about Yandy and Medici, they both beat around the bush when people asking them questions about their marriage and what's going on in the blogs, and I'm not gonna lie, you're supposed to do that. keep your reality stuff to yourself, but at the same time, y'all are on reality TV, and we kind of do want to know as well since it's already out there. But they beat around the bush when it comes to people asking about their business, but they so quick to be on the topic about everybody else though. Like guilty, guilty is charged. But when we get to the Frost home, because the Frost left the party, like Rashida and Kirk, they left. They didn't even stay there to support Lil Zane all the way, but they get they home or whatever. Probably the next day. Her confessional shirt was just a little bit too tight for me. But it comes out that Yandy's former best friend, assistant nanny, Manny, whatever we want to call him, was trying to get in contact with Rashida to expose Yandy more. Rashida, what the world wants you to know is don't nobody want to see your coochie. Because y'all, she kept saying in this episode, like, her little coochie. Girl, we know you not leaving Kirk, and we know Kirk will probably crash out if he found out you ever did something with anybody else. Because Rashida got bags. Lastly, in this episode, Sierra and her hubby had a miscarriage. They have had a few miscarriages since they've been together. That's what they said on the show. And this is just a very sad and sensitive to speak about. So we just gonna get into what's gonna happen on next week. Queen Key is back. She's a new cast member. Bambi's getting messages from some girl about her man Ray. Yandy shares Rashida business about Jasmine being more involved in Frost's life. And Ashley versus Little Zane's mother. Apparently, Big Zane is my Little Zane's daddy. And this is more Tara, and I watch almost every